5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You're live with Neve.
All right. Look at that, everybody. I got my hat off. Better put it back on. Good morning. We are here live with Neve. It is 11:15. It is 10:15 in Muscle Shoals. Hello, Toby. Sorry, Jules. I'm cutting off Toby as quick as you can put her up there. For everybody watching, we're going to be doing a live session this morning. This came together kind of at the last minute, but we're glad you're here. I have today the lovely and talented Pandura will be joining us. She's a rocker chick who has gone country, and we just love her. She's been on before. We have her producer and General Svengali and all things. Wayne Carr will be on to talk to us about it. All in all, it's a beautiful day here. It's kind of overcast in New York. It's going to be about 40 degrees, no colder than like 32. I guess we had a little freezing last night. Very windy here. We had like 20, 40 mile an hour wind gusts up here on the hill. And it was pretty cool. I've got Julie standing by. As far as this week, there's a few things. I'm just sitting here killing time. We're waiting for Pandura to join us from Muscle Shoals. Okay, I see people are starting to queue up. I'm watching also on a monitor here to my right. And you can hear me fooling with all this good stuff. Hey, Toby, thanks for the hat. Since Toby mentioned my hat, all right, as we would say, as our good friend Matthew would say. Let's talk about the hat real quick, okay? You haven't seen me in my hat. In fact, my friend Gina Jones just was teasing me. She asked me if I actually have earned my hat, and I can tell you I have. I've been stomped, bitten, chewed on, kicked, thrown, thumped, traumatized. I've done it all. I have helped clean up pigs and process them and cows and a bunch of other things. And yes, I did grow up in New York. Yes, I'm a New York guy. I also lived down south for about 40 years. And when I got there, I had no idea I would ever earn my right to wear a hat, much less wear one, because it just wasn't my thing. However, hats off to me. All right. Hats off to Good Country Hat. Gone Country Hats at gonecountryhats.com. You can get a fine looking hat like this, and it looks a hell of a lot better than, look at this. And I don't know where my other hat was, which we had a little example of. It looks a lot worse than this one. It's been beaten, abused, and brutalized. Talking about Pandura, young lady has got some excellent songs. She writes them, she produces them, and she will be performing them today in the studio live. They're going to be cutting vocal tracks today at Muscle Shoals, and we're going to have a little peek inside that process. A lot of you guys who are civilians, as I like to call you, don't really understand how a song goes from being just an idea on a pad or in somebody's head to how it actually comes out. Some of the shows I'm going to be having coming up, we're going to try and peel back the drapes and let you kind of see inside what songwriting. And I do have my show coming up in Nashville, April 8th, 9th, and 10th. We will be talking and showing you a live Nashville songwriting session. I also have my great friend Gina Jones will be joining us. She's going to be singing one of her excellent new tunes. She's got a record coming out. She just had a record come out, and she is just on fire, and we love her to death. So, Gina, I hope you're watching us out there. Things could be good. Uh-oh, I need Efren White for buttons. Well, man, Efren's the man. I hope Efren will join us today. He's a lot of fun. All I can tell you is if you haven't seen Efren also will be joining me in Nashville and be doing some songwriting and singing. And I just love hanging around with everybody. We're going to be having a good time. Julie, why don't you come on here a little bit? Let's talk a little bit about your past few days. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. What's happening? I don't hear you. Wow, let me see. The mic.
Can you see this, Nicholas? My friend Marie Swinard made it, and she makes a lot of cool stuff. So
Very
it's
cool.
jewelry and everything. So I wanted to give a shout out to her. Thanks, Marie. I love this. And
Hey, Marie, that's very cool.
if anybody would like one, or she has all sorts of different, she does like picks jewelry with like guitar picks and stuff. Hit me up and I will get you in contact with her. Anyway,
Hey, we're gonna have to get her to make some live with Neve guitar picks. What a great giveaway!
Yeah, that would be fun.
Yeah. What's happening, Pam? How you doing, girl? It's Pam Ryan. Pam is one of the oldest, if not the oldest, fan on here. It's up to her and Gary Kuiper, I think, who've been here suffering with me the longest, other than you, Julie, of course. You haven't left yet. Hey, we've got Keith Kellogg here. Funny, I'm wearing one of Keith's hats. Keith, I have to tell you, man, I am the bling cowboy. I know you didn't think this would look too good, but man, I'm telling you what, it looks great on camera. It fits great. And just for everybody out there who's watching, Keith's out here laughing at me because he has the same memory I do of trying to get drummers to do anything in a quick and efficient manner is really tough. And trying to get my hat sized, I really got a complex during the hat sizing process. Now, for you guys, it'll be easier. For one thing, you're not a drummer. And number two, you don't have an illegitimate tape measure. For the books people, I've never picked up a tape measure and had it be wrong. However, I had a Chinese measuring tape and we were measuring it. And I measured my head and I was told I have the smallest head available. Keith, thank you, Keith. I do look fabulous. I woke up this morning. I felt great. You know, when you're me, it's really hard. You get up in the morning and you get up, you've got bad eyes, you got bad breath, bad hair. And before I had a hat that was just awful. And then the cup off the day starts sometimes, typically in my life. I look at the bad hat, the bad breath, the whole deal. And what happens? I get out of bed and I put my foot in my boot and I just go, ew, icky. At any rate, at that point, I know my whole day is just going downhill. But then I stuck my hat on. I went in. I took a shave this morning. If you look at this, this is
check you out.
I used one of those old death razors that our grandparents used.
Oh, God, yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, I feel good. I feel like I'm in Germany, and I just went to the barber for $2 to get my face shaved every morning, which is a pleasure in life if you have a beard. So enough about that. Keith, I'm glad you're kind of watching with us. This is our first time I've worn my hat. I saw Julie in her hat last night, and on our last announcement last night, Julie, have you gotten any new fans this morning? Have you gotten any love letters or invites or any, what would we call them, indecent proposals? Because I told everybody to go to sleep last night. I told everyone that you liked your hat so much that you just sleep in it and nothing else.
Yeah, you know that. Yeah.
I can sing that song.
What all those pictures were about that I was being sent.
Yeah, I was singing to Annie last night, or she was singing to me. You can leave your hat on. Dun, 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 dun.
I finally get that reference. Thank you.
Hey, they were dreaming. Think about it. All the people going to sleep last night thinking dreamfully of you, Julie. Ray of sunshine, bringing joy and coolness to the world. I thank you so much. So, what are you talking about, Willis? Neve hasn't even got a big head. Say what? I love our fans when they come involved with us. Brian, what I'm talking about is getting back to the big head. Keith and Judy had to put up with more shit from me trying to order the hat. I kept sending them the exact measurement of 17 and a half. I actually sent them videos showing this. And they looked at it and they were like, so then we measured it in centimeters and it was right. I have actually a 22 and a half or 22 and 3/4. Actually, Keith got me right. He got me a 22.5, and it fits perfect.
Yeah, you're the same size I am.
Yeah, I know. That's really weird. I thought you had this gigundo head, and that when I thought I had a 17, I was watching us on the air, and I was going, well, I don't
Our
think
heads
I
are
have
about
a
the same
tiny
size.
head. I figure I have big hands and feet. That could count for something. I've had people tell me I have a big head, but not in the fashion that we're talking.
Not physically, you just mean as in.
No, they figure that I meant that I'm the Lord and King of all entertainment, which of course that's everybody knows that already. So why do I have to tell anybody? Everybody knows that. I just saw I'm still waiting. Let me see. For everybody waiting and wondering why I'm sitting here running out the clock, I've just gotten a quick from the Muscle Shoals hotline. Pandura and the crew at Muscle Shoals Studios, hour now. They're diligently working to get them on. What is this? I sent her one, but it bounced. Okay. Well, listen, I do have a big head. What can I tell you? It's got a large corpus callosum, hypothalamus. My prefrontal cortex is
At least you're using the right words.
Oh, I know the right words. What strikes you as funny? You think I'm funny? Huh? Like I'm here to amuse you? What? Funny like how? Funny.
Like a clown?
Like a clown?
That was
What,
the best
do I
part.
amuse you? Yeah. Forget about all this talking. Let's just get to the part where we kick the heck out of the guy. My motto is always kick them when they're down. Brian.
Thanks, Brian. It's
hey,
wet.
Brian, we love it.
As you can see.
Julie's hair is rocking this morning. You could get up and there it is. She's fresh. She's clean. She's newly scrubbed. Oh, Julie, you're just so cute.
Fresh and so clean.
Yeah. I'm going to pinch your cheek one time. Just give it a good, yeah.
Oh, my God.
So, it's funny. Poor Wayne, I see him here sitting. He's bereft. He's sitting in the green room, and he's going, these bastards are cheap. Not only do they sick me in the green room, there's no beer. There's not even a cup of coffee for the poor man. And here we are. It's like 10:24 where in Muscle Shoals. I think Wayne is on our time. He's in that part of Tennessee that is still closer to the Yankees because they've got Yankee time. But I know where I'm not going today after dark. No, I'm kidding. Wayne, we're glad you're here. And Pandura's getting ready. They're hustling. For everybody who doesn't know who I'm talking to or about, Wayne is the man, the myth, the legend. He's not only a country singer, songwriter, and talent all of his own. He's also Pandura's producer, and he's writing. He's got a bunch of great acts. For those of you watching, we've had him on before. We've got several other acts. When we have him on, we'll be letting him talk. And to John Schneider, listen, John, don't be getting smart with me, okay? I know your type. You should absolutely always just let me answer this. If you're all watching, yes, you should be taking notes. When I speak, you have no idea what might come out of my mouth. So it's
better just record. It's better. It's easier.
Yeah, it is better to record the whole thing. However, you can take notes. Remember that we're also watched by every organization, the NSC. Apparently, we're a threat to some kind of something. I'm not sure what we're a threat. I know I'm pretty rough on the cupcakes here at the Bay Ave Bakery here in town. All I got to do is think of one. Right now, I'm kind of getting the Jones for it. Yes, really? I know there's one of those coming up in my day, and I know that I will also be heading down to the Water Witch Coffee this morning to get my daily fix. They have a great cup of tea called the London Fog. And, the do-it-yourselfer in me, I always want to do whatever I can do and pay for cheaper. But I will tell you what, I don't begrudge them. They make a fine cup of tea. They also make great coffee. And I just like what they do. So I like to go down there and hang around and amuse and annoy. I get to practice my stand-up routine on the unsuspecting locals. After they leave, they just go, I'm not sure who that guy is, but
dude. No. I know, right, dude.
Hey, what do you call a drummer who's not got a girlfriend?
What'd you
Homeless.
say?
I said, what do you call a drummer who hasn't got a girlfriend? Homeless.
Homeless?
How do
Finally,
you
some drummer jokes, some more
how do
bass
you, how do you
jokes.
tell if your front porch is level? When the drummer arrives to deliver your pizza, you can tell which side of his mouth the drool's coming out of. Ding bum.
That's not fair. It's so
So come
funny.
on, Keith. I know Keith's just waiting out there. I know we're gonna have a
Why don't we
long
just
and
bring him
fun.
on?
Yeah, I actually, why don't we do that, Keith?
I mean,
Julie, go ahead and send Keith an invite right now. Just send
he's
him one in Messenger.
Keith or Wayne.
We can
Or, I'm
bring
sorry, I
Wayne on,
meant
but I
Wayne.
want you to send Keith just because we're talking about Gone Country hats. We have a little time, and since Pandura is still getting ready, I have a clue here. Go ahead and just send Keith a messenger link and see if we can drag him on. Come on, Keith. We're sending you a link. Don't be scared now. This is live in prime time, buddy.
All right,
Everybody
plug your ears.
watching,
Hold on, I gotta go off.
Okay, bye-bye. I'm always off. What the hell? So listen, everybody, today we have Pandura coming up. They are loading up and getting ready to shoot some bear in Muscle Shoals, Alabama. We're going to hear some excellent singing this morning. It's going to kick your ass and you're going to love it. We're coming up on half past the hour. And my wonderful hat that I'm wearing, bling included, I had to get the bling model. They didn't have one in purple like Prince would want to wear. So I guess I'm stuck with basic black. I always wear a black hat. And usually I wear black clothes, some of them adorned with these fine looking embroidery patterns, and some of them are just black. But getting back to it, when Neil, oh man, I'm loving it. We're getting some good drummer jokes. John Schneider is a great friend of mine, author, all around, auteur, raconteur. He's just a wonderful guy. And John, that's true. I just stand around and I don't know, wait for a ride home or something. Oh man. So how about any other drummer? Wayne, I'm going to bring you on pretty soon. You'll have to tell me your favorite messed up drummer story. Keith is still with us. We're trying to bring him on. Keith is one of the owners of Gone Country Hats. He's my friend and he's a very patient guy. Hey, Jules, you're back. Your mic's off.
His I already sent the invite to his message.
Good.
If you have it, just click on the link. And
excellent. So we were talking drummer jokes. John Schneider came in. John Schneider has interviewed me with one interview that hasn't yet made it on the air. I've had a lot of fun. John runs a bunch of the chat rooms here in the Bay Area. And I assisted him with one of them for quite a while, a couple of years. Then the election came along, and I decided that rather than being screamed at by people, all right, we got Cowboy here on. I see him lurking back there in the shadows. You know, I'm sorry, Keith, but there's no alcohol in our green room because I don't drink anymore. Excuse me. Pardon me. Go ahead. Let's bring Keith on here. He's looking smiley this morning. Look at you. Man, you got to turn your mic on. I can see you, but I can't hear you.
How's that?
Much better. You know, you just look way too damn awake and everything. You're the hardest working guy I know. And look, what, did you not go to bed last night?
Well, yeah, but that 1 hour took me 3 days to get used to, man.
me too, man. I'm actually running for Senate on a campaign that we're going to abolish that everywhere. It's me the first thing. No more of this nonsense of switching the time back and forth. Let's start with easy things first, right? I mean, I don't care what party you're in. You can't help but want to get rid of this crap. I mean, being jet lagged twice a year. Oh.
Yeah. It's a culture shock for me, that's for sure.
I bet.
I don't mind the fall back part. It's the spring forward that gets me. So if we could fall back forever, I'd eventually catch up.
Well, you know, about the time we start to feel normal, it comes swinging back.
Normal is not in your vocabulary.
Hasn't been for quite a long time. My English teacher noticed that in high school. So
Right.
and in fact, she gave me the mandatory F at the first semester just to get my attention because I really thought I was quite the artist and with the word, the human spoken word. And she let me know with ego destroying red ink. She flat out let me know how I better work. And then she told me not only that she wasn't going to make it easy, but that she was going to weight the grades. She basically told me that if I didn't meet her expectation of what supposedly was my level of capability, that I would never have an A. That she felt I was working below my capability. And I said, well, how am I ever going to know if I get there? Well, of course you'll get an A. It took me a while. She's now one. I tell this story because she's one of my favorite teachers I ever had. It was she completely saw through every bit of bullshit or split ink I could throw up there. If I was reading a book and had Modern Drummer inside it, she'd sneak up behind me and go, I would enjoy learning about what drummers do. And she must have 10 copies. At any rate, she did offer me her daughter today. After the last year of school, she asked me if I would take her daughter to her prom, and I was just so like, I'm afraid to, I mean, God forbid, I finally got up to an A after 3 years. I didn't know what the hell was going to happen, but I was a gentleman as always, escorted her to the prom, escorted her home, gave her a polite buff on the cheek.
Right.
Night. And I continued my grade point average being high, finally. And we parted as friends. I still read the book that she gave me on Shaker architecture, and I'm glad to see her little. She told me how much of a schmuck she thought I was the first year, and she was like, I just did not like you. I remember thinking, I would have never known that first semester.
I must say your hair looks fabulous.
Hell yeah. The bling, I was concerned, and you were too, but see, this is the thing on camera. You can see it.
Yeah.
It's different, and it looks like really great on camera. I'm actually going to buy another one because I want another hat band for when I'm doing, my normal gig and I'm not on camera because it looks like I'm rather a flamboyant cowboy, Who knows?
Well, I'm glad we got the size taken care of.
Hell yeah. Have you ever come across an incorrect tape measure in your life?
No,
Ever?
but the 17 and a half kind of threw me off because my grandson, that was the size of his head when he was about like 1. So
there you go.
I'm like, no, this ain't happening.
I remember you saying to me not once, but reiterating that it is not, you don't have a 17-inch head. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm going, this son of a bitch has sold more hats than I'll ever see. I can't even imagine, you probably have 150,000 or whatever. There's a year out there. I know there's a ton. And I know that when you tell me you're not a 17 and a half, I don't want to question you. I said the same thing to my girlfriend. I went, Annie, the guy sells millions of these things. He can probably look at my head and tell I'm a 17 and a quarter versus a 17 and a half. I'm not going to tell him that he's wrong. But then you saw me. I mean, we went to the point of taking the tape. And I saw the look of confusion on your face. You were like, and then when we measured the tape for everybody watching, this is a lesson in life. Do not believe shit. If you pick up a tape measure and you don't get the result that your mental acuity has told you, remember, the only people who have problems with tape measure are women, and that's because us men have told them that 6 inches is 8. And they've heard it for so many years that they don't know what a tape measure scale really is correctly because we've been lying for, I would say, centuries probably.
Yeah. Well, I thought you were actually threading it through your ear to get that 17 and a half. So I'm like, this is impossible.
Here's how it works. It's like this.
Yeah.
I tried that. You know what? I did get a good cleaning. I felt a little airflow, a little increased airflow. That's always good. Keeps me from overheating. I mean, look right now. You can kind of see the currents. It's like the heat when you're out on the Texas road looking a mile down the road and it's rippling. It's kind of all the brain power surging away.
Well, you probably have a lot of birds up above you with the thermals.
Yes, I do. But the problem is they're vultures. And I keep yelling at them that I'm not ready yet. And I'm not ready, go away. But so listen, tell us while you're here and we're waiting. Let me just check here. They're still setting up at Muscle Shoals. For everybody who's wondering what we're doing, 1/2 past the hour. My friend Keith here from Gone Country Hats is absolutely not wearing a Gone Country hat.
Well, that can be arranged, but no, it's not. Well, here, let me tell you.
Is Judy wearing a Gone Country hat this morning?
Judy is not wearing a Gone Country hat.
Tell me, how are your employees dealing with the time change? Have you? Oh, there we go. Now look at that. That's a hat, man.
Now we're styling.
Now we're looking good. You can't be seen without that hat. Well, I think I told you though that Julie, since she's got her hat, she's adopted sleeping naked. Only the hat from now on. And I think I kind of sounds like a plan to me. I don't know.
Whatever works.
I agree with you. Whatever works. So is that your signature hat there? Tell us what hat you're wearing.
This is the Tim. Oh, there's Jules.
Yeah, baby. Look at that.
Now that's sexy as hell.
I'm telling you what, man. So. Look at that. Girl's looking swanky, man. I'm telling you.
Uh-oh.
Man, I feel like a model like this.
I'm telling you, man, looking good. Julie, can you dance for the camera? Quick. Okay, now dance to the left, to the right.
Boy,
now squirm. Dance like a lemur. Bark like a seal. There we go. Hey, look at this. There's our folks. Say, man, all right.
Look who I have here.
Look who's here. Look at you two. Hey, we are so glad to have you on. For everybody watching, these are our new friends at Gone Country Hats. If they can put up with me, they can put up with anybody. So I just have to tell you, I just love them to death. They've made me feel safe and special, and I have a great looking hat. And I will just tell you guys, we did some really funny ads, which we've been struggling with to send to you. We had some tech issues this week, but you're going to get a laugh. I have to send them to you to make sure they ask corporate approval.
Okay.
Well, I can just tell you we had some fun with it. And I didn't mention any names, but I did chew on the brim of a couple other companies' hats. Just for
well, we want to run this through our legal team also,
Remember this, it always should be run by legal. We always know that there's a reason we hate lawyers, but I hate all lawyers except mine.
There you go.
I think that's all of our relationship with lawyers. They get a bad rap, but when you just check it, make sure it's cleared. My people tell me it's okay. So if they don't, have your lawyer call my lawyer, and we'll both send them a check for like $250 for some arcane piece of legal wisdom. But you'll be safe. You're in good hands with Live with Neil.
I can only imagine.
I can't wait till we meet up. It's going to be great fun down in, it's my birthday weekend, the weekend of the big show. Why don't you tell us a little bit about your upcoming event in September?
Well, we're doing a Gone Country Music Festival, which is the weekend of September 10th, 11th, and 12th. This is in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Mm-hmm. And we've got 42 artists on the entertainment slot, and they're all Gone Country sponsored.
Yes.
So it'll be a good time.
I'm sure it will be.
We'll be giving you details to announce pretty soon. We don't have all the details to give you yet, but we will be giving them to you.
Well, we're looking forward to it. And rumor has it I'll be crawling around in the neighborhood that weekend. So I look forward to seeing a bunch of new friends and talking hats and seeing. I have some great folks will be on the show soon. And I'm excited about it. You've got a great bunch of people, and everybody I've reached out to is just so nice. And
cool.
Really, you got a great everything I want to say to anybody. I wouldn't wear their hat. They're great people. I'm wearing their hat because I like them. I believe in what they did. And when I heard their story, I just said, I want to work with these people. You guys are fun. And your story, I'm going to paraphrase it for everybody. Let me get us off a solo here. For those watching, they started out, and this is a very highly technical field. It's almost up there with neurosurgery. When you go into hat training school, and this may be my new career if the showbiz thing doesn't work out, I may be one of their salespeople out on the festival circuit. You got it. It's so simple. A drummer, I think, can get it. We have, let me get this right. Top shelf, we have large, right?
Yep, you got it.
Okay, and then let me get this right. The second shelf, we have small, I mean medium.
Right.
Okay, and then The little tiny hats for drummers with 17 inches heads are on the bottom, small.
Absolutely right. And that looks pretty good on you.
Hey, you
How do
know.
you know it all?
He pulled his punchline.
Oh, sorry. I pulled your punchline.
I wear this hat proudly. And you know, I did have one of my friends who is a real country girl question the fact that I have the ability to wear this hat. In fact, she kind of implied that I am all cowboy and no hat.
Right.
But for those of you who know me, actually have known me a long time, know that, yes, I did grow up in New York. I matriculated here from a fine educational institution, which they probably don't want me to say their name because I'm one of their more infamous alumni. However, I lived down south for 40 years. And during that time, the first thing I had to say to Mom when I got there was when the love bugs were coming through. And I got picked up at Orlando Airport back in 1975. It was a lot different than the current airport. And we hit I-4. And then within 5 minutes, our car was covered with love bugs. For those of you who don't know what love bugs are, they are an awful creature related to the ant. They are sightless flying ants, I guess. There you go. That's a hat for love bug season, man. As we're heading down I-4, and I look at my mom. We haven't gotten on it right out of the airport. And I said, Ma, what are these damn things on your windshield? She tells me they're love bugs. I went, okay. First thing we're going to do, I'm going to stop somewhere and wash them off for you. She goes, no, it won't do any good. They continue for the next week.
Yeah.
Next question I had, when are we moving back to New York? First thing. Went over like a fart in church. My mom was not looking forward to coming back to the snowy, black snow of Manhattan in the middle of winter and spring. So I'm here, she's there, and we visit and see each other. But I learned the hard way that you don't get a cowboy hat. You earn the right to wear it. And being a New Yorker and a drummer, I was kind of a slow learner. So when most people get bit on the ass or the tip by a horse, they don't ever put themselves in a spot to have that happen again. But it took me 2 tries. 3 might have been a little much, but I realized after the second time that they do nip. Then I found out that sheep, rams, they're called a ram because they like to ram you. Well, I learned that goats can jump on you and cars and anything else, and they will eat anything, plant, mineral, vegetable, you name it, they'll eat it. I learned that pigs also bite. And I learned that when they get loose and you grab them, they scream like you were cutting their throat, even when you're just trying to get them back to safety.
Yeah.
That's how I got my street cred with the folks down south, where I can put this hat on and go, listen, hillbilly boy, I've done it all. I've had you guys make me eat skull and try swallowing it. It's called Tease the Yankee Day for about 6 months. I'd like to think I'm a little smarter because I know some people fell for the snipe hunt. I just looked at them. They had me out there and they're all laughing. They're all dipping. They got that stuff in their lip. They're drinking moonshine and they're like, wait till you see what this idiot from New York does next. They had me doing all kinds of things. But, you know, when they told me to take a bag and start running through the bushes, screaming snipe in the dark, I just looked at them. I was like, get out of here. It was my New York answer. I was, get the F out of here. You forgot it. I'm not doing that. And then they all laughed. They were like, oh, he's all right for a Yankee. You should have seen him when we got him on the horse last week. Put me on a nag. She took me into every tree in the orange grove. Boom, boom, boom. And then that same thing would look around at me and say, yeah, you're kind of green, aren't you?
Right.
Whoa, stop, 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 poof, poof, poof. People love watching that shit down south. Now that's entertainment. Julie,
we need to run some spots or something, or what are we doing?
This. Well, I see movement in a recording studio. People are mucking about. They're setting angles.
So should we go to a break?
Yeah, let's go to a break.
Great.
Everybody, we're here with Gone Country Hats with Keith and Judy. We'll be right back. It is quarter till the hour. Wow, here we go.
Hi, this is Leland Sklar, and I am hanging with Neve, and I am having the best time of my life.
Live with Neve, Fridays on the East Coast from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m.
I'm Neil from Live with Neve. We have an exciting connection for our veterans, country music fans, and there is something for everyone. Gone Country Hats at GoneCountryHats.com. That's right, we've partnered with Gone Country Hats at GoneCountryHats.com. See you soon.
Here we are at the base of the old bridge that was washed out in 1990, forcing them to build a brand new bridge. We're very close to the spot where Bill Skeeto was hung back in December 3rd, 1864. We will go explore that spot shortly. We just wanted to show you the base of the bridge that forced them to cover up the hole with tons and tons of cement and rock.
All right. How's everybody doing? All right, it's quarter till the hour. We're a little bit past that. It's actually 11:48. So we have animal tricks from Brian Kuiper. Wow, man, you had a pet pig. Keith, hey, Brian, I'm hoping, man, maybe you'll come and join us and maybe ride and hang with Neve down there at the show. You never know. You might want to come and cut a rug with some of our great guests. You know some of the people playing there. I know that we're going to have our good old friend Sam Rourke, who I just take my hat off. Sam, I know you lost a good friend of yours, and we're sorry about it. Thank you so much for being there whenever we call. And I know that my friend's family really appreciated you singing Amazing Grace for his bad situation. Now I see a good-looking redhead down there, and she is working in the studio hard, getting ready to sing and dance and play all kinds of good stuff. Apparently, she's being assisted by the able audio recording engineer, Jared. For those of you who have no idea what I'm talking about, this morning we are going to be bringing a recording session from Muscle Shoals, Alabama, which if any of you guys know anything about music, you know that you'd probably like to be recording there at some point in the near future. We were going to do a live show on Saturday, and we had a bunch of, if I recall, we had about 300 terrestrial and internet radio stations we're going to be following off of the Live with Need feed all around the world. And we are, of course, going to make this feed available to them there. She'll be coming on shortly. I have her manager here and also a noted songwriter and talent in his own right. Wayne Carr is just an excellent and highly talented guy. Every time I talk to him, I learn something about the past in country music. I just have to tell you, that's the best part of my job is meeting so many cool people who know so much about music history. And I know for a lot of people that can be boring, but for me, I just live on it. And Julie, the same. We thrive. Hey, girl.
Well, let's bring him on. Let's bring on Wayne.
With your hat.
Yeah, thanks. You too. Let's bring Wayne on.
All right, come on, Wayne.
Hey, Wayne, how you doing?
I'm doing fine, huh? Listen, you're going to be down in Muscle Shoals this morning with with one of the greatest producers ever been. He's the one that sort of created the Muscle Shoals sound.
Tell us a little bit about it.
He did Percy Sledge. He worked a lot with Percy Sledge down there. And
what's his name?
Donnie Yogan.
Donnie Gillette.
All right.
Gillette. Donnie Gillette.
Great.
And
is Donnie going to be standing there overseeing this fine session today and making sure it goes good?
That's right. And when you need the best, you got it.
All right. Well, I'm looking forward to it. I see you guys standing there. Let's, Julie, what do you think? Let's bring them on. They're kind of standing there looking at us in the monitor.
Hi.
Hey, guys.
How y'all doing?
Donnie.
We're doing great. We're doing great. What's
Yes,
happening?
sir.
We all ready to make some music?
We most certainly are.
Excellent. Well, we are
We're gonna
too.
put
And
in the
tell us,
show just on it today.
well, everybody should be recorded in Muscle Shoals, including me. I hope to be down there with you guys one of these days.
Well,
Absolutely.
come on, we'll fix you right up.
I bet you will. I bet you will. So tell us a little bit about how long have you been here at the studio? And I know the history of Muscle Shoals and the various great musicians there, but tell me a little bit about your past for our audience.
Well, I went in business in early 90s, about 91 or 2, I guess it was, and had a commercial studio for about 11 plus years. And of course, along came technology, Pro Tools, etc. And I moved it to my home. Of course, half my house is a studio. You know, like the old ones in Nashville you go to, the old houses they converted to studios. It's similar to that. Even my living room, I've got a portable baffles I use in there for full sessions, you know. So, but it's the smartest move that I ever made, and I stay as busy as I want to for an old man.
What do you think, Wayne? Is he an old man or what? I think he looks like a pretty young guy. He looks good.
I'm
Hey, I'm officially a
75.
senior citizen now. That's how I got my coronavirus shot.
Well,
I want to turn
everybody-
the camera around to let you see some of his equipment, okay?
Okay, great. Give us a shot. We're gonna go live here.
And we're just, and I guess I can pick it up. I'll try to pick it up and see if that.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's a nice ceiling y'all got.
Thank you. Just, you know, I'm using Pro Tools and all, and my
Very
wife and
nice.
I are here's the some of the stuff I've cut and stuff. I was fortunate enough to cut Percy Sledge's last 2 albums before he passed.
Very nice.
Lifelong hero of mine, and to get to work with him, that was to me just it didn't get any better. Everything else, and I've done a lot of work with. I don't know if you remember with Travis Womack back in the late '60s. He had a instrumental called "Scratchy," a #1 hit. And Travis and I've been working together in the studio for 20 plus years and stuff. I still do all his work and so forth. But I'm looking forward to working with Pandura today.
Absolutely. Girl's got some skills. Hey, girl, look at you. All right. You're looking great this morning.
Thank you.
You ready to sing some songs?
I'm gonna try.
And we're kind of hitting it cold here, and we're just gonna see how it goes.
We're gonna do a little. I guess we're just gonna go on and see if we can get a quick run to see how it sound check.
We've got to get her dialed in.
If you guys
let her get her headphone mix on and so
great.
forth. So that's why I put her up here and show her what knob does what on her headphone mix.
You guys can talk on for sound check.
And what you'll be hearing will be on this feed is what's coming through the control room speakers. And then we've got a camera set up in there that's coming through from my drum booth. And that I'm not sure how well you'll hear on it because I have to shut that door. It's a glass door, but you know, so
I understand.
We don't get any more bleed over. But we're gonna go up here and get her started.
Okay, great. Well, we'll come back once you get started. We'll come back to you, and we'll see you in a few minutes.
All righty.
Okay.
Oh, your work. Okay.
Okay, everybody, here we are. You're live with Neve. It is about 5 minutes till 12, and we are going to be talking back in the studio with Jared and with Pandura. We've also got Wayne Carr standing by. He's kind of looking over things, going to be monitoring the session with us, and we like that. This is kind of cool. We're going to see, we're going to see some music being made live in action. I hope you guys will stick around for it. Jules, if you're there, I don't see you on camera, but we're going to go to a break in just a couple of minutes. So let me know you see this in our private messaging. And and yeah, Brian, I have to mention, you certainly are right. Working with Percy Sledge it would certainly make me very happy and excited to see that. The whole town, I just read the documentary, and it's fascinating because there's so many stories. There's not really one Muscle Shoals sound. There's actually several. And there's something in the water down there is all I can tell you. I think the rhythm section, I know I have some friends of mine, and my friend Charlie Olson knows a little bit about Muscle Shoals. Actually, we all do know to some degree what it's all about. At any rate, I'm going to go, and we're going to go ahead to a break in just a second. Pardon me. We really have a lot of fun, and there's a couple things I want to mention if you're watching this. I can see them in the studio. They're getting all ready to go in. Pandura's got her lyrics. She's heading into the booth. If you're watching the show, listen, we don't I hate begging on y'all for money. It's just something we have to do. Consider this like NPR. It's Neve Public Radio. Look, we have our tip jar that rolls along at the bottom. And, some of you folks have been just amazingly generous with us. And we really, I just have to tell you, we can't thank you enough. Every little bit we get, we don't have anybody but Julie and I. And basically, we're just trying to pay our bills. There's no real big donors, huge donors. We've had some very generous people help keep us on the air, and we appreciate it. Live. We can be paid at PayPal. It is my PayPal /live with Neve. And if you don't want to do that, you can reach out to us. We can send you a P.O. box or any of that. But at any rate, that's my last real hope that we can get a little money in. This does cost cash to run. I mean, you've got to keep me in hats. I'm teasing you. Big thanks again to Keith and Judy for getting us some great looking hats. And we're hoping you'll buy lots of hats from them. So I'm going to run to a break for a minute, and we're going to take it away. I hope you're having a great day, and we will see you soon. We'll be right back at noon.
Hi, I'm trumpeter Greg Adams, and I'm live with Neve.
We are starving. I have no makeup, and that's why I look like this. We will work for donations, whatever we can get. We totally appreciate. Help us keep Live with Neve alive. Now let's head over to Dead Neve and ask him, see what he's come up with. Hopefully something. Oh, doesn't look like he's up at all, let alone up to doing something. Neve?
Where am I?
Uh-oh.
God, it stinks down here. Oh, okay. Here's a backstage pass door. I think I'm on my way to the right place now.
Neve?
Hi. I thought I was in hell with the Backstreet Boys or something. Am I just stoned or was that funny?
No, it was funny. That's the drop. That's gonna be the drop.
I think so too.
Right there, you just nailed it.
Hi, everybody. Neve here from Live with Neve. PayPal me /Live with Neve. Send us a few shekels. Keep us on the air. Keep it moving. We have some great dates coming up, including live from Nashville in April. So please send us a bone. Send us a watch. Send us, I don't know, weird credit card things. Whatever. Send us your old crazy aunt. I don't know. We can make her one of our mascots. At any rate, just send something. PayPal me /Live with Neve. All right, everybody. I'm just here chuckling away. It is 12:01. We are here. I am broadcasting live from New York City. I have Wayne Carr, manager, producer, and songwriter himself. He is standing by in the green room. We also have the wonderful and talented Pandura, who is going to be standing by and singing live. I can see her in the green room singing. She's getting warmed up. And what can I tell you? I've given you my hook for any money. Just think of it like NPR. It's Neve Public Radio, and we don't get any money from the government. We don't want any money from. We'll take yours a little bit, a buck at a time. Think of it as a tip. Eat a good lunch, throw somebody a tip. You see a show, throw a tip. And if you don't have any money, hey man, we get it. It's free. Just come on and watch. We ask for tips, not to be like grotesque carnival barkers or weird religious groups always asking for funding, but every little bit helps. We do have our show coming up in Nashville in April, and we are currently planning a LA sojourn either in late September or early October. So we're going to be doing the show live from LA. We're going to have a bunch of really great guests. Same thing with the Nashville show. We have a lot of friends in a lot of places. We hope by that time we'll be able to get back here to New York and actually do a live show in the city. Hopefully COVID will start to simmer down, and that'll be that. Any rate, so for those reminding of us of where we are, we know that, and we know where we're broadcasting and our audiences, so thank you for reminding me of where I live. I appreciate it. Sometimes I get a little fuzzy between the ears. Any rate. We have a bunch of new people today, but Pandura is not new. I'm going to go back and we're going to talk to Wayne. Wayne Carr is handling this properly, I will say. And Wayne, I want to find out. Let's bring Wayne on in here. Hey, Wayne.
Hey.
How you doing down there, man?
I'm doing good, doing good.
Well, tell me a little bit about the movie and what songs have been chosen and who's involved and what the movie's about. Give us a little blow by blow.
Well, there's 9 songs on the album. It's called Lady in the Moon. Pandura got the leading part. It's playing the songwriter. It's about a songwriter that goes to Nashville or to Muscle Shoals, wherever. And a star. And that's what Lady in the Moon's. And
when are we going to be starting work on that? I know she's doing the music as we speak. When does the production date start? What's who's involved and that kind of good stuff?
Probably in May, April or May.
Okay.
Last of April, 1st of May.
And shooting in Nashville, Muscle Shoals, or where are you guys shooting?
Muscle Shoals.
Okay, great. Well, very good.
Mm-hmm. Everything will be done in Muscle Shoals, and we got to pick out different locations there, which Donnie's studio will be involved in it.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's going to be nice. I can see they're down there. I'm just going to pop up a queue. I'm going to turn their mic off, but I'm going to bring them on just to see what they're up to.
Okay, fine.
Looks like she's in there working through the door. And I'm going to just pop the mic on real quickly just to see if we can hear the control room.
Okay.
Nope, they have their mic off on their end, so yeah, I can't.
Okay. Great. Okay. Hey, I guess this is the chorus.
Yeah.
Hold on, I'll pick you up going into that chorus. Let me see where we're at.
Is it doing okay? I mean,
yes, absolutely. That's like.
There's no exaggeration.
If you'll just start singing right there, singing along with it, and I'll punch you in. Now, while you're singing.
All right, everybody. You can kind of see what's going on down there. They are working hard, and they're taking it away, and they're doing their thing. Sounds like they're getting started there, Wayne.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Well, great.
You was talking about them hats this morning.
Yes, sir.
Different, if you got a JB Stetson hat or different style hat, your sizes go different.
Oh, of course.
Like a Marlboro hat, I wear 6 7/8. With a
Okay.
Marlboro hat, I wear 7.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. You look pretty
Well,
good.
I'm learning a little something about hats. Now that I have a good-looking one on my head again, I'm enjoying it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't know where. Hell, I might not even bring it to Nashville. I'll be so busy and have so much stuff, it might not fit on the plane.
Oh yeah. Put it on your head and wear it.
That's what I figure.
Yeah.
They'll have to search me twice.
Yeah.
Last time I went to Austin, I flew and I had a broken arm, and I had a cast from my shoulder down to my thumb. And so I was just like this all the time, couldn't move. Of course, I drove a car with a stick shift, so that was always an adventure with I was like contortioning myself to drive the car, and it went on, and I made myself and everybody around me miserable. I had a fairly, we'll just say my surgeon was a sadistic kind of guy, and he put the cast on too tight a few times. So being the drummer I am, what do you do when it's too tight and you're going to get billed to go to the doctor to get it removed?
Right.
Took myself a pair of tin strips and I removed it and then wrapped it with an ace bandage because he put the damn thing on too tight. And I kept telling him it's too tight. I've broken a bunch of bones and I know. And I'm telling you, I'm going to be back. And it was on the weekend. And he said, oh, no, this is fine. You've been telling me. I made it really loose this time. By Sunday morning, I was in absolute agony. I had pressure sores and it stunk bad. It was ugly. So I just trimmed it off and went on back to him. Then he tried to bill me for the third cast. And I just told him, I'm not paying for this one. He goes, yeah, you are. And I told him, well, I don't think so. I said, I've warned you now twice. I've had this arm broken before. And I've had this arm broken. I know my bones when they break. I know what they feel like. And I said, that thing's on too tight and it's rubbing my bone right here. I told you that day. Now, if you want to look at my arm, there's a big sore here. And I have to tell you, man, I'm the last guy in the world who's going to sue anybody for some bullshit. You know, it's not like I want to waste his time or mine. I don't want his money. I just want him to go ahead and fix my damn arm and let me go on my way and not treat me like a moron while I'm telling him,
Who's that good looking woman just got on that cowboy hat?
Now, that's a good looking woman who I'm going to let take over the show for a second because she's looking so damn good that they need a break from me.
She get all the fan mail.
Oh, yes, she does.
You're lucky to have a woman like that. Julie, are you doing tricks with your hat? I can't hear you, hon.
So that's about all I have for the stupid human tricks. I don't have a whole lot of them.
Oh, okay.
But I appreciate it. I love it. And I'm glad you like seeing me do tricks with it or trying to do tricks with it. So cool. Yeah.
You look better in the hat than Neil does.
Oh, well, thank you. That's nice of you. I think Neil looks pretty damn handsome in his hat, though, as well as you, my friend. But thank you.
Hell, Wayne, she looks better than all of us guys in a hat. Nobody wants to look at our old ass. So, Julie, now that you've had your first night of naked sleep in a hat, do you feel better? Is that just the way to sleep and relax at night, or what?
Oh yeah, I'm totally cleansed. Here's my my entire procedure, my protocol. Come home, take a little bit, take care of whatever I need to take care of. Get my computer up and running, make sure all my work's done, and then I find a good show I want to watch. I put on my hat and I take all my clothes off, and then dance around the room a little bit, playing some music. I got to metal out, so I headbang with this bad boy on while I'm doing it. It's really great. Yeah, it is kind of hard like that. But with this one, it doesn't, see what I'm saying? So I can play my bass and headbang like naked and just have the hat on. and it's
You're
really cool. Maybe I'll do a
streaking.
video.
You're streaking. You're
Yeah,
streaking.
there you go. Streaking in the privacy of my own room. Wow, that's a good guy.
I couldn't see y'all for a minute. I don't know what the hell's going on.
Are you going blind? All right.
I'm not going to comment. It might be. Maybe it's just too many. I don't know.
So who do we have? Is Jared coming on? Who we have Pandura coming on?
We have Pandura coming on. He's down there getting her whipped into shape. They're actually they were getting their headphone levels checked. How about we just pop in for a minute and see if they're almost ready? We're going to terrorize them for a moment and see what they're up to.
All right, go for it.
All across the nation. Woo! Down. Some people, some around. If you wanna sing love.
All right, the girls, they are smoking loud, which is cool, and I'm down with that. What we're going to do, we're going to reach out to them. We're coming up on 12:15, so I think I'm going to ask Jared and Pandura to join us, and let's just get started, have a little talk about what they're doing, and then we'll take it away. We're going to go to a break. We've got 2 minutes. Jules, if you want to clue up a nice couple of minutes, and, I'm going to reach out to Pandura off camera. Go ahead and give us a couple of ads. Remember, Tuesdays through Thursday, you can catch our pop-up shows, which are announced the day of the show. Check them out on all our locations. All right, everybody, we are here. I can see Pandura is in there playing away, and I'm going to try and bring them on. Bear with us. Hey, guys. Hey, can you take a minute? Can we talk to you for a second?
No, we ain't never gonna stop.
Hey, guys, can I get a second to talk to y'all?
Can they hear us?
Yeah, they can see.
You got
Hey guys, are
minutes?
y'all able to hear okay?
Stand in front, I think.
Are y'all able to hear okay, guys?
I can kind of hear it's a little weird because it's kind of loud and so forth. Tell me.
Okay, so you're hearing it too loud.
Yeah, just if you can turn it down a little bit, and then let's tell us what song we're working on.
Talk to them.
Yeah, can y'all hear me?
I hear
Is
you.
it too loud for you guys?
No, don't just yours.
No,
I'll
you're
just sit in
fine.
here. They're hearing in here.
Oh, all right.
Okay. I'll cut it down in here, guys.
Go ahead and let's give it a check real quick, Jared.
See what this is better.
This combination, time for celebration.
Sounds good. I mean, with this.
Is that better, guys?
Yes, sir, it is. Why don't we go ahead and
Okay,
let's just.
I'll leave it right there on my end. Hey, Pandura, I've got one line over here that we need to address. Let me see if I can find it.
Yeah, like he's trying to get it right. We'll see him hang the whole damn day. Yeah, like he's trying to get it right.
Hey guys, why don't we do this? Let's just take a moment.
Yeah, like he's trying to get it right.
You hear it? Okay, let's do that. I'll back you up a couple of lines and punch in on that one, okay? Here we go.
I give myself a half play. We'll see him hang the whole damn day. Yeah, like he's trying to get it right.
Okay, it's the word right. It's the word we're getting off.
It's not right.
Yeah. Let's listen. I want to be going sharp and flat. One moment.
Yeah, like he's trying to get it right.
Yeah, you're flat on right. Did you hear that?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go.
I just must have it half play. Pussy and hang the whole damn
Fuck is this note?
yeah, like he's trying to get it right. Hit
Listen, I think that'll work.
pussy and hang the whole damn day. Yeah, like he's trying to get it right. Hard to forget.
Yeah, I think you got a better one in you. Okay. One moment. I'll save that one just in case.
Hey, everybody. It's me. I think sound-wise, we're having a little issue for everybody out there who's trying to watch and listen to this. What we'd like to do is I'm going to take 5, and we're going to go ahead and get Pandura just to do a quick interview because I don't want to intrude on her show while she's trying to sing, and I'm concerned that I don't want you guys to hear something. So what we'll do is after we get the tracking done down there, we will go ahead and rerun the interview, and we'll be playing some of the music recorded today. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and get a hold back into the studio with them, and I'm going to try and get them to come and talk to us a little bit, and then we'll carry on. So I'm going to go ahead and bring you Pandura back, and I'm going to try and get them on the air with us for a minute.
right. Hit Randall.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. All right.
Hey guys. Hey,
Yeah.
listen, Pandura, can you come join us in the control room for a minute?
Where?
Can you come into the control room for a moment?
He wants to turn it around the control.
Absolutely.
Yeah, come on in. Let's sit you guys down and talk a little bit.
Come on in, Pandora.
All right, all right.
Let's see. Here's another chair. We can put this thing down or hold it or whatever. We had it all the way up with the straw. I just want to go all the way down with it now.
Here we go. Hey, Jules.
Hey, what's going on?
We're going to just change gears a little bit because I know they got a lot of work to do and they're sounding good, but I know with the flanging of Facebook and stuff, I don't want to put out a bad image. These guys are so good, and Pandura's kicking it. Got great musicians, and we'll talk to them a little bit. I think they're sitting there. I see them both on the camera. Let's go ahead and bring them on, Jules, and I'll.
Hey, guys.
What's going on?
Hi, how you doing?
Hey, good morning, guys.
I gotta go away with it, and it's zoomed in or
Oh, I know it's tight. You guys got to get close. All right.
How about that?
Listen.
Yes. Sir.
Okay, I'm gonna bring you all full center because they don't want to look at me anyway. They see me in my dumb hat and my damn half-shaven face, you know. How are you? What's going on?
Pretty good. Thanks for asking. I really appreciate you guys giving us some time on airplay, and I want to thank everybody as usual. You know, my agent and his wife, Miss Peggy and Mr. Wayne, and Miss Teresa Salyer, the one that created a lot of the music we're doing. Of course, I don't know if you guys talked about it, but we are cutting music for a motion picture called Lady in the Moon. And Miss Teresa is a great writer, and I'm proud to be able to work with her music and cut it for her, and I'm honored to do that. And Miss Saunders with A to Z Booking, and I really appreciate everybody on board. Thank you.
Well, it's good. We all know that none of this happens in a vacuum, and there's a lot of work goes on. And I know we plan to watch this and have, really be in the studio with you guys. And we're here with you now, which is great because I would have loved to have been able to really be there with you. And that way we would have a really fun experience. But I hope you're having fun anyway, because I certainly am. And I know you've been on the show before. We always enjoy having you. Tell us a little bit about who's writing the movie and how did it come to pass, and tell us a little bit about that. It's quite an intriguing story.
Hold on just a second.
Sure.
I'm going to try to pick up a little bit of the.
There you go.
And
There we go.
Okay. How about? Hang on. You talking about the music? How it came about?
Yeah, I mean, as far as the movie too, how did it all come together? The movie tie-in and the whole. Just give us the whole thumbnail.
Well, Mr. Wayne and Mr. Reese, have been working together quite a bit, and Mr. Reese, I guess Mr. Wayne contacted her and asked if she would like to work with me and cooperate as the artist, and Mr. Reese agreed to it to give me an opportunity to work with her music, and it's been coming out pretty good. The music's beautiful, and I appreciate everything about it. But the movie, I'm just kind of learning about it after I started cutting the music and stuff. Mr. Reese revealed that it was something she wrote for Broadway motion picture, and it's pretty interesting. I guess I think Mr. Wayne can tell you about what the movie is regarding, and it's pretty neat. And we're not sure where it's going to be cut and everything right now. They can identify that too when they're ready. I think there's some really neat surprises about it. But yeah, that's what we're doing today, and then we'll have plenty of studio time. We'll be coming back later to do some originals and stuff like that too. So yeah.
Nice, nice. Well, that's always my favorite place to be, other than here or behind a drum set, is sitting in a studio and making some racket of some kind. Doesn't matter what.
And I really appreciate Mr. Donnie Gullett. I've known Mr. Donnie for about 28 years. I used to sing with him. I didn't, not professionally, but I sang with him in his band and stuff, years ago. And took my brand new baby when I had her to his home. I said, "Hey, look, I got a new baby," kind of thing. And yeah, he was on call for the last minute because the studio in Knoxville, someone had COVID, I believe, and
yes,
so
I know. I talked to Doug. We'd had a wonderful sound check getting ready for you, and we were all excited. It wasn't 10 minutes we got done, and we both were like, "Oh, this is going to be so smooth. Everything's going to be great." We're all excited, and then he calls me back, and I just went, "Oh man, for you." And I know Wayne and Miss Peggy, you guys are all excited to be heading in. It's so anticlimactic. And I've had it happen. I've had guests cancel or the show fizzles at the last minute, and it's like, oh no, not that. But I have to tell you, Doug was a great guy, and he was really helpful, and I like him. And if you're working with him next time, I look forward to working with him again. I know we'll be talking to you some more in the near future, and very near future. I'm really glad you came on today. I do wish we could have gotten a little more into actually playing live with you, but it's okay because it also opens the door open for us to do something.
Do you have time for us to do one of Mr. Reese's songs? Do you have time for us to cut one of them live with you so we can play one of her songs for the movie?
Let's go ahead and do it. Let's see how it rolls.
Okay.
Why not? Absolutely. You're
All
here.
right, thank you.
Okay.
All right, thank you.
Which one is it?
It's Marvelous.
Marvelous?
Yes.
All right. Well, that was pull it up.
Jared, just a hint. It might sound better if we aim the camera. I'd love to see Penn singing it, but I think we'll hear it better if it's aimed at your monitors, perhaps.
Just back it up, maybe. Yeah, just back it up.
Yeah, I hate to do that.
Okay.
I'd love to see her singing it.
Oh, it's
but,
okay.
it's more important we hear how good you sound. And if you can lower the camera down a little bit, we're getting a lot of ceiling.
Maybe if you
there we go.
Screen, basically. Yeah, how about
there we
that?
go.
Are you able to hear it okay, or do we need to turn the sound up a little? Or
Go ahead and hit play one time. Let me just check the level real quick.
Okay.
All right.
Hi, Annette.
Tell anything
just let it play a little longer. Let me just make sure.
Of course, she don't have her vocals going yet, but.
All right. That sounds good. Sounds good.
Okay, great.
Great.
Okay, Pandura, give me a
Check.
check. Okay.
Check.
Everything should be the same. It shouldn't be any different.
Okay.
All right. Can you hear yourself well? You got your verb?
All right, everybody, we're going to be having Pandura live. The music's about to start, and we're going to get rolling here.
Our perception instant, far below the golden moon, forever hand in hand. On the dance with me, tribal rhythms wild and sweet, from between the two of us, marvelous. Dancing to the moonlight, sweet rhythm. Right fantasy, yeah, peace night, just one my restless heart. Once upon a time I knew memories of a man like you, forever hand in hand. Beautiful starry nights, in the moment gone too soon, he would come to dance with me below the desert moon, dancing.
All right, everybody. We've had on the wonderful and talented Pandura, and we were trying to record it in from Muscle Shoals. Unfortunately, we're having some issues with the telecoms today. Hey, Jules, I'm really bummed. I mean, it's like
after when they're set up and stuff.
yeah, it's really hard, and I feel bad because I just love her and Wayne and the whole gang, and they've got a great tune there. I know that it's hard to hear it, and for some of the people watching. Susan, if you're watching, I had mentioned that we were going to just listen to the speakers because we're trying to make the sound better. I know you couldn't see her, however, we're doing the best with the technical stuff we have. So, at any rate, for everybody watching, Pandura is excellent. I'm going to go ahead. We're going to get a track of this song when they're done, and we'll post it, and it'll be in the video. So this will be going up with some actual music playing because she just sings great. Her songs are great, and her team behind her they're just working really hard. And, we wish we were down there in Muscle Shoals with her, and we'd certainly have a different outcome. But that doesn't mean we're not going to be down in Muscle Shoals at the next one. We've had some talks and rumors. And that's it.
Yeah,
so for everybody
why
watching,
we roll credits and head on out? And
I think so. And for everybody watching, thank you so much. I will be back later. We have great guests coming on this week. We have Andreas from Sweden, who's going to be bringing on his jazz duo. He'll be playing some Oscar Peterson. If you like jazz, he's going to tear it up. We've also got the amazing T-Bear, who will be coming on Wednesday. And we're going to be posting a little about our. What's that?
Wait, is today Wednesday or Tuesday? I don't even know what day it is.
Today is Tuesday.
Tuesday. Yeah, there you go. Oh my God.
I know. We still got many days till the weekend. I'm going to bring Pandura's back here. Hey, girl.
Hey, Pandura.
How are you, Red? I'm so sorry we can't get the audio.
You can't.
No, the audio was just, it wasn't doing justice to you. I'm really bummed, especially for your friend who's sitting there listening. What I'd love you all to do is when you get done today and you get a track of this, please send us an MP4 of it. That would be really helpful.
MP4.
That way, when we put the show on, we'll put that in there so everybody can hear how great you sound, how good the song is, and how much great talent you've got. Excuse me, I'm losing my voice a little bit, which is some people would find a blessing, I'm sure, including my girlfriend and Julie. I know the people at Gone Country Hats heard me enough, and Wayne, I see him, he's sitting here laughing. He's like, boy, just got to stop talking once in a while. Hey, man.
You're good, Neil.
Hey, buddy. I'm sorry that we couldn't get a perfect feed for you all today, but I know that it's going to sound good because just what I could tell, even in spite of, any kind of waffling, and I know it sounds good in spite of Facebook's best efforts to screw with us. If you're listening there, Zuckerberg, you need to let me come to work for you guys. I'll get this shit sorted out quick. So tell me, where can we find your music?
I know that Donnie bring and Pandora bring it, so I've got confidence in them.
I know that. All right, guys.
We had another tablet. It didn't tie in. I had a tablet for on the other side of the studio, and we never did get a feed from it. But we got